Picture Book Society. Today we're going to look at a book by an American author and illustrator called Carson Ellis, and the book is called Home. And in the book she shows us lots of different kinds of buildings that people and animals live in, and what they do to make their buildings into homes. Because a home is more than just the building, it's everything that people or animals put in to make it feel cozy and comfortable and welcoming for them to live by themselves or with their families. I live in a flat in a building that has 4 other flats in it, so 5 flats in total. Some people live in very tall buildings with many more flats, individual flats or apartments. Some people don't live in buildings at all. They live in, for example, boats. I have a friend who lives in a boat on the River Thames. My nephew at the moment is living in a camper van, so he's home at the moment. He can drive around and move from place to place. We all live in very different places, so it's a really fun book to look at. Beautiful illustrations, beautiful drawings. But before we look at it, I'd like you to do a project, and it might take you quite a long time to do the project because there's different stages. What I want you to do is find some old packaging, and what's really good for this is an old juice or milk carton that has this shape at the top, because that's already like the roof of many buildings. And what you need to do first of all, and you might need some help with this, is to decide whether you want to leave it the full size or maybe cut some of your building off. Then you're going to need to cover the surface. Now you can do this either with paint, which I've done, and use some poster paint, white paint, and into the paint I've put a little bit of washing up liquid, like a drop, and a little bit of PVA glue, and that helps it to stick onto the carton. So you paint it, and then you're going to need to leave it to dry. So that's what I mean about stages. If you haven't got paint, perhaps you could take a carton, I think this carton had milk in, and cover it with white paper. If I show you a bit closer, I've used lots of little bits of paper. It's not terribly neat, but it doesn't matter because the next stage I can make it neater and cover it up with whatever I decide to illustrate my building with. So that one's covered with white paper. This one I've covered with newspaper. And I don't want to give you too much direction because, as I say, I'd like to see what you come up with for your building. So once you've covered it with paint or paper, then you can take pens or coloured pencils or just a plain black pen, or collage, which is sticking little pieces of paper. Now, I collect little bits of paper, coloured paper, but look, also packaging can be your friend here. This is from a pack of sugar, and it's beautiful blue paper that would make some nice windows. Any old bits of paper you've got. The inside of envelopes is quite nice because it often has patterns on. So if your parents get a bill to pay, maybe you could ask them for the envelope to do some collage with. So what you're doing is, what I want you to do is turn a carton, an old carton, into a building. So I will show you some more examples at the end, but this is one that I made earlier. So with this one, I painted the carton white, and then I've used paper collage. I've cut out bits of windows. If you want to do that again, you might need some help from a grown-up. The bricks on this side I drew with a felt tip pen. Where the juice came out, I've put some paper round, stuck some paper round to make a chimney, and I've got some cotton wool smoke coming out. So have some fun. Oh, and the roof I've painted, but then once it dried, I used a coloured pencil to draw some roof tiles on the top. So have a go, see what you come up with. Please take some photos to show me, and the sky's the limit. You can make one house, several houses to make a village. If we put them all together when we're back at school, we might have a whole town or city of buildings that people can live in and make their homes. Okay, and next I'm going to read the story. Home by Carson Ellis. Carson Ellis is a woman who lives in Portland, Oregon, in the United States. Well, just outside the city of Portland, and she lives on an old farm. Okay, here we go. Home is a house in the country. Or home is a flat. I don't know about you, but I love looking in at people's windows and spying plants and animals and even people working. And we're all at home at the moment, so there's lots of interesting things to see on your daily walk if you look at buildings. See if you can spot the different places that people live in your neighborhood. Some homes are boats. Some homes are wigwams. Some are palaces or underground lairs. Or shoes. French people live in French homes. Atlanteans make their homes under water. And some people live on the road. Clean homes, messy homes, tall homes, short homes. C homes, B homes, hollow tree homes. But whose home is this? And what about this? Who in the world lives here? And why? This is the home of a Slovakian duchess. This is the home of a Kenyan blacksmith. This is the home of a Japanese businessman. This is the home of a Norse god. A babushka lives here. That's a Russian grandmother. A Moonian lives here. A raccoon lives here. An artist lives here. This is my home, and this is me. Where is your home? Where are you? See you next time, Picture Book Society.